Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
Is this gonna work? Is it steady? Is it good? All right. Well, hello. Currently on top of a library parking lot, one of my favorite spots to hang out at. It's a very cool place. Let's set this right here. My name is Joe. Just came from the gym. Had to return a book to the library. Here I want to talk about life and a bunch of crazy things like, I don't know, like social media, things like spirituality and consciousness. I think when people think of spirituality, they think of like, oh, this guy's taking a bunch of drugs and he's like doing all this stuff and like finding inner peace. Well, I think it's finding inner peace outside of things like that and finding peace in community or outside of community, or being at peace with yourself when all the world is like spinning, because you can't stop the world from spinning, you know. I think there's a lot of things to cover, even though I'm only 17 years old, you know. I think it's fun though. I think it would be fun to experiment with you know, posting videos and seeing what people think, you know, because a lot of people feel alone outside of when they like leave comfort zone, or even in their comfort zones they can feel alone, especially. Yeah, I don't really know why I'm recording, but I just felt like I should hit record and start talking, see who wants to listen, and whoever doesn't want to listen, then that's up to you, man. Well, I think one of the first things I want to talk about is social media and how you see all these people living crazy lives like van life, which is what I want to pursue, but I want to pursue it to grow my music. I want to put albums out, which I already have, where I can build a name for myself. It's not big, it's not gonna be big, and I don't care if it's not big or not, but I want it to be like I put myself out there with crappy music that I tried to make, which is fine, you know. And then I'll go to Nashville where I'll find people, and hopefully I'll meet people, meet studios, maybe play at a couple bars, you know. Let me come over here. The sun's kind of ruining this, but that's okay. I love the sun. I like to soak in the sun all day, boy. See if this will work. There we go. Yeah, it's just, I feel like, oh boy, the wind. I feel like social media it takes away our image of life. It makes us be like wanting to search outside of a 9-to-5 life, which is waking up maybe at 7, showering, eating breakfast, doing whatever, going to work, hanging out till 5, coming home, and then doing the same thing the next day. And I think that's what a lot of us don't like, is repetition of just, and that's something I struggle with all the time. Is I'm working at a tire place right now. I work with tires all day, and it's exhausting. I only work like 30 hours as a 17-year-old. I only have like one subject in school as a senior, which is writing, my favorite. And it's like, I get really exhausted really quickly. And so this is kind of a journey of like me trying to be comfortable with doing the same thing every day, even though I hate it. And I want to do it because I want to gain money to go to Nashville. It's something I have to do. And it's something that we have to do too, is live the 9-to-5 life, you know, we might have to do the same thing every day so that we can reach a certain goal that we won't see as we're doing it. Because as we're doing it, we're not even thinking, we're just kind of doing it. And then when we kind of like wake up, we're like, whoa, I've been doing the same thing like for so long, I just want to break, you know? And I think it's good to catch that groove, and it's good to have a balance of like knowing that you're doing it. But I think sometimes if you get too caught in that, then it'll be like, I hate doing this and I want to do something else. And that's what I think social media does, is it shows people having like these great lives, which good for them, you know. It's awesome to have that kind of life, but it makes us think like that life is something we should pursue. That's something all of us should pursue, especially upon our youth. It's kind of hammering down on us. It's kind of like, get outside of school or like be reckless or like do all this stuff. Like, and it's good to live life. It's good to like live life to the fullest and jump a few fences and do all this stuff, not get caught. But it's good to really sit down with yourself and think about the future. And there's no real time than the present, you know? That's where everything happens, you know? You can dwell on the past. The past is your memories. The past is part of your brain, and so is the future. The future is part of your brain. You can't change the past. You can change the future, and you definitely can change now. And I think that's something that we don't realize, you know? Anyways, kind of just chilling up here, soaking in the sunlight. I think something that is hard to do is to take a deep breath, you know? When we have a lot of things going on, it's hard to just you know, just taking a little moment, taking in the beauty of God's creation, and going back to work, you know. And there's nothing wrong with living a 9-to-5 life, you know. There comes a point where you have to support yourself, support people around you that you love, whether that be you're married or not married, you know. You could be living with roommates or even just by yourself, and you got to take care of yourself. But yeah, there's a lot of things in this life. Social media is a very distracting thing, you know. You can sit down and realize you're scrolling for like 50 minutes and you're like, wait a second, I shouldn't be doing this. And then you're like, what am I doing with my life, you know? And that could happen when you're doing many things, not just social media, but I think social media is one of the biggest ones. Just today I was sitting around, I was wanting to go to the gym, but I was just scrolling on my phone. I was like just going through and I was like, you know what, I like this. It's good dopamine. But then I was like, wait a second, I'm just sitting around wasting time, wasting glorious daylight, when I could be going to the gym exercising. I could be coming right here on top of this parking lot, soaking in the sunlight, talking to you and enjoying life, you know. It's amazing. And once we're done doing that, we got to pick our stuff up and get back to work. Yeah. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. It's one of my first. I don't know where this is gonna go, but hopefully what I plan to do, get money when I turn 18 on May 28th, maybe 2-3 days after, I'll get a van, be in the area, and I'll just work, get more money, get comfortable with the lifestyle, enjoy life. And then when I'm ready, I'll probably go off to Nashville and park there. I have no idea what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna walk in places and be like, hey, this is me, I have music, I wanna play. Maybe I'll join a couple bands, maybe I'll join a studio, I don't know, maybe I'll sign a deal, and then hopefully I'll play in some bands, and then maybe I'll make a band of myself to play my own music. But yeah, this is great, dude. Look at this view of the sky. Pretty killer. Well, I gotta get home before my mother kills me. But yeah, love you and enjoy life.